Stop, stop. Yeah, so this is, I guess you can walk with me. This is, stop, trip. No. This is the first park we always go to because, like, I like to go to a fenced-in area first just so we can, like, familiarize us, you know, for them to familiarize themselves with each other, for them to get a, you know, opportunity to you know, socialize and meet the other dogs, and for us to get an assessment of, you know, what dogs feel comfortable, what dogs don't, you know, things of that nature. So we'll always go to a fenced-in park, being that we go to multiple parks throughout the day. So this is the first park that we're at, Carolina Pines. And what we got, 23 pups today. And one day, 30. That was we wasn't supposed to have that many, but, you know, we had some last, you know, add-ons towards the, in the beginning of the morning. And then I said, yeah, you know, bring them on. So we ended up with 30 dogs that day. Well, when I first started, you know, I didn't have no workers with me. My girlfriend was able to, you know, call out every once in a while and be able to help me once you know, the frequency of how many dogs we were getting, once that started to increase, I definitely needed some help. You know, there's been days where, like, I would say by myself, I've had 25 pups by myself. But it really depends on the kind of dogs you have, right? Because you can get a nice, calm dog, you can get 30 of him. But if you get a high energetic dog like my own, my German Shepherd, 30 of her will feel like 100 dogs. So it just depends on what kind of dogs you have for that day, as far as how many you can take at once. They're all great dogs. They all come from great families. Raleigh's is just a beautiful community. So, you know, we're not getting any vicious dogs or, you know, misbehaving dogs. You know, obviously dogs need some kind of discipline. You know what I'm saying? They all have their own personalities, their own characteristics, but in general, they all come from great homes. So we go from Monday to Friday, right? So we were doing like every like one day throughout the week, we'll have a professional trainer come and pretty much like say if you wanted your dog to learn how to sit or how to lay, the professional trainer would teach them how to do so. You know what I'm saying? So we try to pick at least one day throughout the week where we'll have a professional that comes and teach these dogs how to do certain things, but it pretty much caters to what the owner wants their dog to learn, right? A lot of them, by default, a lot of them learn how to hike, like their recall and things like that. Like we'll have Miko, the Husky. We've had him for pretty much since we started, for almost like 10 months now. When we first got him, his recall was pretty much terrible, all right? And then now, you know, with him being on the shuttle pretty much every day, he's real good on hiking. So it's just like a matter of how much time you're spending with your dog. A recall is like, if we're on a hike and I have them with off leash, they'll pretty much run ahead, but I'll make a noise or I'll make a specific whistle and they'll come back. You know what I'm saying? That's a recall. So if we're on a hike and let's say we got 20 dogs or 10 dogs and 2 of them don't have good recall, that means that the potential of them continuing to go without you or them veering off, if they see a squirrel or anybody, a person, they'll just take off. If I'm whistling on a hike, 9 times out of 10, I want you to come back. You know what I'm saying? And I let them be free. I let them do what they want to do. I mean, I think that's where the most of the joy that they get comes from, just allowing them to just run around and just be dogs. What's up, baby? What's up? Nah. Next month will be a full year, man. Next month will be a full year. Time is moving fast, but yeah. Yeah, so we usually stay at a park for like, it depends on their energy. You know, like I read their energy from now. And the parks that we go to are dependent on the kind of dogs we have, like the pack we have. You know, Raleigh has so many different parks that we can pretty much any, mini, money, mo. I love animals and I love dogs. We can walk down here. I love animals. I love dogs. I was actually overseas playing basketball, and I tore my Achilles pretty bad. And even prior to my injury, I was already thinking about, you know, life after basketball. You know, what I was going to do, things I was interested in. So I was strolling on TikTok and I saw a concept of what I do now, like as far as a bus picking up dogs from their home. And it was a company in Canada, and they pretty much had a brick and mortar that boarded cats and dogs. So they just made a bus to pick up the dogs from their home and bring them back to their brick and mortar. So I thought that concept was unique. So long story short, I but I emailed them, and I asked them if they wanted to franchise, being that, I live in North Carolina. And they said they thought about it, but, in general, they said no. So I think that was the blessing, because I was able to put my own innovative and creative idea with it, as far as picking the dogs up, taking them not to one park, not to two parks, but multiple parks, different hikes, different lakes. We host different events like the Pup and Parent Adventure, where we allow the parents to come with their dogs and we take them on hikes. And then after a bunch of hikes, we'll go to, a nice restaurant where it's dog friendly. So it's just different ideas that I was able to implement into this company that allows, this service not only to serve the dogs, but to serve the community. I'm learning more about community, you know what I'm saying, and how much of an importance it is, especially when, for me to create something like this, I've learned how valuable relationships and connections are, you know what I'm saying, and networking. I've learned that a lot. Dealing with, the priorities that these people put on their dogs, now it's on me, you know what I'm saying? And like that type of pressure, that type of responsibility is something that I can use in life in general, you know what I'm saying? Learning how to be a leader, learning how to deal with that pressure, learning how to deal with that responsibility and take on that kind of trust that we have, from all of these parents is something that made me like that by default makes me a better person overall. You know what I'm saying? It makes me a better man for my daughter. It makes me a better brother for my sister, a better son for my family, for my parents. So if you extrapolate it, what we're doing, it just makes me an overall better person, man. That's how I view it. You know what I'm saying? Taking this kind of responsibility with all these pups. I loved the concept of getting dogs on a bus, but I didn't know a lot of like how things were going to happen. I just had the goal in mind, and I didn't focus on the how. And I learned that when you have a goal and you believe in it, what's going to happen. If you take the how part out of it, you allow, God to just work with you in different ways. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be stressed out that plan A didn't work out, because it's plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G that you can't even see. You know what I'm saying? But if you put so much of your focus on plan A and plan A don't work out, now you discourage about your idea. Now you second guessing about your goal now. You know what I'm saying? But if you take the how out and you just allow things to synchronistically happen, then that's when the magic comes in at. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that as I was continuing to grow this company. Yeah, I mean, the sky is the limit. I can't even say the sky is the limit, because I think what I mean by that is so much potential, right? There's so much potential because of the market that this is in. You know what I'm saying? Like, people love their dogs, which they should. I mean, I'm obsessed with my dogs, so I get it. And people will spend top dollar to make sure that their dog is having the best experience in general. Whether that's them at a vet, whether that's them on a shuttle with me, them at a daycare, whatever it is. So growth for me is pretty much expanding. We're only right now solidified in North Carolina with Raleigh. We're putting another bus in Chapel Hill. There's dogs everywhere, and I'm pretty sure, and I say this in a humble way, I'm pretty sure that a lot of these dogs all over the country will love to experience something like this, where they can get, while their mom is at work for hours, or mom and dad are at work for hours, the kids are at school. At the same time, they're on an adventure, going to 3 to 4 parks a day. So, growth for me in this company is going to different states, visiting different cities. It's expanding. We're getting some land. We're going to put Pup Park Hotel there. On the land, we'll have grooming service. We're doing a Pup Park Creamery where they can make the treats and stuff like that for the dogs. We'll have obviously, the hotel where they sleep at. So much potential with this company, man, for real. Those two right there, they brothers. So they always fighting like that. But yeah, they'll do this for like another hour, put them back on the bus, go to another park. I would say the alpha of this group is probably him right here. Him right here, he's the alpha. You'll get like him, he's that size, right? But nobody picks with him. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't think, to a degree, I don't think dogs have a concept of how small they are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like their aura and their energy level and their frequency that other dogs feel. Dogs, they have a sense of being in the present moment, right? Like they're always in the present moment, meaning that you can leave the house for 5 minutes. You come back, they're super excited. You know what I'm saying? Because they just live for the present moment. Like you can discipline your dog at 8 o'clock. At 8:10, he loving on you, kissing you, like you never disciplined him 10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of view that as unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? Having unconditional love. Now, a lot of people don't deserve unconditional love, but the fact that they're able to portray that makes you think about, certain things that your friend may did to you in the past, or certain things that a family member may have done to you in the past. And I look at that as, nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying? But wherever you go through, did you learn something from that? Did you learn from that situation? Your girlfriend that backstabbed you or that lied to you or was disloyal to you, did you learn something from that? As long as you did, you can always forgive, you can always be in the present moment, you can always appreciate people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? I feel like dogs have that intrinsically. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was searching that in general, but after being with them, you can kind of just feel it. You feel it in the energy, you feel it in the kind of dogs that they are. So it was kind of like just confirmation for me. So it's like it's like tag really. When we was kids, it's like tag, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. They call it the zoomies. I'll let them do it all day. Let them burn the energy out as much as they can. But they really enjoy fetch the most. Come on, come here, drop it. Stop, Cord, stop. You don't even play fetch, stop. Come here, Enzo, here. I'm getting rowdied up. Come here, Enzo. Come here, stop, sit. Enzo. Come on. I'm gonna just do one lap so they can burn their energy. Stop. What's up? This is my girlfriend. This is the other member of Park Shuttle. What's up, baby? Here. Stop. That girl look stuffed. You look like you can just like your nose, like you're trying to hold that on your nose. He just hit me up. He just hit me up randomly. He's like, man, he's like, I love what you do. He was like, I'm a content creator. He's like, man, if I can come by, he's like, I'll do it for free. Like, I just want to, get some content of what you got going on. I'm like, yeah, come on.
Following each other.
Yeah. I mean, I can humbly say, like, there's probably nothing that we haven't experienced already.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? From shyness of getting on, shyness of getting off, situations where they're leaving you and they're not sure, things of that nature. So, yeah, there's a park called JC Park where our bus is located in the morning. We stationary there. It's just like a center ground. It's a center ground for all of the parents. So from 7:30 to 8 o'clock, we're at that park for all the parents that want to drop off to us. Oma. Come on, Trip. Come on. Like Gilly, he always sit there. Even if somebody else sitting there, he'll jump right in that first seat right here. This thing is jammed. All right, there we go. Yeah, me and my girl, man, she painted it. She did the clouds. She did the blimp right here. She an artist. She like a visual artist. So you can show her a picture, she'll just create it. So she doing the second bus right now. I went to Carolina, so what we're doing is like certain things that reflect, the campus and just the history of the school, little things like that she's working on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Good girl. All right, you want to follow us or how you want to do it? You want to follow us? All right, bet. Let me send you the address now. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. How was that possible? No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Trip, stop. Retreat. Sit. Sit. George. Trip, stop. Hey, leave him alone. They out to get you, man. Trip, let's go. Nobody want to hear that. Come on, let's go. Trip, stop. Hold on, babe. Here. Come on. You let him run all that out. So that's recall. You know what I'm saying? Stopping, while everybody go crazy, make a noise, have them come back. That's recall. So everybody got good recall. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Come on, let's go. You take it off. Yeah.
Explain to her like you hadn't gone anywhere yet.
You're all right. Just you can just latch it on to one of your hooks. Like yeah. Stop. 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 If you want to know, yes, I fell in here a couple times. Nah, it ain't deep. It go to their elbows. It ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's crazy, bro? Even yesterday, we going on a hike. We had a dog like Maple. And you know what's even crazier? The dog from yesterday, name is Maple. I swear to God, it was a golden retriever, same name. She was like this the whole time, staying within the pack. And then once we started going back towards the bus, she just started to like go ahead. You know what I'm saying? I had to actually like low-key jog towards her for her to come back. The majority of these dogs, they mom, dad, they at work, kids is at school. They in the crib for 5-6 hours. You know what I'm saying? And then what? They get a walk like this on the weekend. That's about it. When everybody home. Once one go down, all of them go down. Come on. Good boy. Where Poppy? Poppy? Tanking for us. Where Gilly at? Gilly? That's a hike. You got a ball in there? Yeah. Yep.
Curly.
Yep.
Shiny.
Yep.
Black.
Yep. Huh? Now count that. How many dogs is that?
27.
You was counting 24. I was just making sure. Huh? We need to put her in a Miss Cox.
Hello.
And shit, that's pretty much it, bro. We about to I'm gonna take them back. Come up here. Take them.
Yes.
Come on. Yeah, so I'm glad that you guys got a chance to experience a full day on the Pup Park Shuttle and what it's like to experience, you know, with these pups all day. Just pretty much going to different parks like you guys saw. The biggest thing that we try to do is allow them to just be themselves, you know what I'm saying? And whether that's in fenced-in areas, whether that's in a bunch of hikes, going to different lakes and things of that nature. You know, I feel like this kind of service is beneficial, not just for the dog, but for the parents as well. Because there's a lot of parents that's in a scenario where they're at work, you know, the kids are at school, and the dog is just home, you know, for hours. And, you know, for us to have this kind of service and allow them to, you know, just explore, you know, different parks throughout the whole neighborhood is something that we find joy in.